Hey, what's good, Wahoo Nation? The Virginia men's basketball season has officially come to an end, and with another disappointing loss. This time, it was at the hands of Georgia Tech in the ACC tournament. And so, again, disappointing year comes to an end. And it was just announced a few minutes ago that interim head coach Ron Sanchez will not be retained. Uh, so he will not be the head coach going forward for this team. And I just wanted to do a video and just say thank you to Ron. I know it wasn't an easy situation to be thrown into with Tony's retirement and all that. But him and his staff, they represented this team and university with class and dignity. And Ron, I want to thank him and this coaching staff, not only for this year but the previous years that he was an assistant to us under Tony before he became a head coach and then came back. He's been with us. He had been with us for quite many years, and so I hope he gets a good coaching job. I think at a mid-major school or something like that. And so I just want to thank him, and also Jason Williford, who's been on the staff for many years as well. I'd say most likely, it's hard to say what the future happens, but I don't know if he'll be back or not, so we'll have to wait and see. There's several coaches. I mentioned Ron Sanchez, Jason Williford, Brad Soderberg, who's been on the staff for quite a while, and there's so many others. Of course, Kyle Guy and Isaiah Wilkins coming on board. So, you know, I just want to say thank you to them for. I know it wasn't an easy situation, but you guys done a very good job and represented this team and university with class and dignity. And so, you guys will be commended for that. That's for sure. And so now that Ron Sanchez is out, the arms race begins. Who's going to be the next guy going forward? So the page has turned, and so the Tony Bennett / Ron Sanchez era is now over, and so a new beginning is upon us. And so who will be that guy at the wheel to lead this team into the next few years and into the future? So I know some. I know I've mentioned a few times about Ryan Odom and Shaka Smart, but there's some other names that's now being thrown into the mix as well. Guys like T.J. Otzelberger, which if you guys remember when I did my coaching wish list, that was a name that I really wanted, and I think he would be an absolute home run hire. T.J. Otzelberger is the head coach at Iowa State. And so, yeah, that would definitely be a home run hire for sure. Another name I mentioned, Richard Pitino. I'm still iffy about him. I'm not a fan of that. But another name that's being thrown around is Ben McCollum. He is the current head coach at Drake. Now he's got a pretty good resume, but the problem with that, he's won a lot of games. But the thing is, this is his first year at Drake, and not only that, this is his first year as a Division I coach, and he's been very successful overall as a head coach. He's won, I think it's like at Northwest Missouri or something like that. He's won a couple of national championships at the Division II level, but that's Division II. Division I is completely different, as we all know, and so you know if they I would not be happy with that. If he had a couple more years on his resume at the D1 level, then it might turn out to be all right. But I'm not a fan of that. Bob Ritchie at Furman is another name that's being mentioned. So there's quite a few names that's being thrown out there, but it looks like that Ryan Odom and Shaka Smart, they're still at the top of everyone's list, and so we'll see what happens. And of course, Carla, she's got a big decision to make. This will, without question, will be the most important hire as athletic director. And of course we all know the donors and the boosters, they're going to have their hand in this as well. So what are your thoughts? You know, where do we go from here? Who's going to be the next guy for us? So I guess we'll know within the next couple of weeks or so. And so leave it down below in the comments section, guys. And again, thank you to Coach Sanchez, Coach Williford, and this coaching staff for many years of service. You guys represented us, and it will never be forgotten.